Hi. So this will be a bit of a different video than usual because I'm going to talk about a subject that I haven't explored. A lot of people are asking my thoughts about Taygetans. What do you think about Taygetans? What do I know? Their messages, the things they're saying. Can I confirm? Can I deny? Aquila answers about Taygetans. And I'm like, guys, I haven't watched a single of their videos. I don't deal with them. I don't talk to them. I'm like always working on my own usually. And like, what? Come on. So just as we go, I haven't explored them. I haven't looked at their, doings, and I don't know much. There's some of the things I've heard Rich talk to me about, it's in Taygetans and what they say and what they do and their perspective, very minimal. And even then, one thing that I might not be happy about is that a lot of people that do watch them and feel like, damn, this is so great. And in a way, it becomes like worshiping. And, not necessarily worshiping, but admiring maybe too much and really getting like too much into it from my perspective. Like when I see people, learn and everything else, I'm not a guru. No one else is a guru. No one else is the one and only. You're just like, okay, a source of information. And some people go way too much where they're like, this is the one and only, they're the best, and they listen to all of their stuff, they admire everything. And, it's not bad. Admiration, the love and everything else, it's not bad. But a lot of people don't realize that what they're so much into, like Taygetans and Swaru and, whoever's in that team, they go and look at those beings as something majestic, like, holy shit, Dad, I've never seen something like that before. But from my perspective, each and every one of you are like that. You have all the same abilities. You can travel, you have other aspects, you have other bodies, you have massive amount of knowledge that you can access if you choose to, if you practice. Everyone can do that. And so in a way where people fall too much into it, from my perspective, it kind of like minimizes their beingness while they're, kind of like praising the airs too much. And, of course, it's everyone else's choice. Maybe I'm this little arrogant bitch, just like, well, damn, I see everyone like that. So why are you really admiring that one only group? And you're like that too. You are that freaking godlike being as well. Like, I don't know, like sort of from my perspective, it's that. But then again, I can't judge them. I can't really talk much or shit on them or anything else because I don't know anything about them. I've never talked to them. I've never really explored them. And that's something I might do in the future. Like, like there's a lot of people asking questions, and I really appreciate you kind of wanting to hear what I have to say about it. Like, damn, like, thanks. That's something to do, like it's on my to-do list, like go and talk to them, go and find out some information. But a lot of people like see them as fishy, even though you have a lot of positive feedback and it seems like real deal and it's pretty cool. It seems fishy. Like, why are they still under this, Galactic Federation of Flight, like regulations? Why are they still playing the game? But here's the thing. When I'm getting out of body, when I'm doing things, I'm playing solo. It's just me, one man army or one girl's army, so to speak. So I'm not much of a team player out there because I don't like the responsibilities. I don't like getting into games. I don't like to agree to a lot of rules. I'm like, I like to be free. And if whatever I choose to do will cause a war, it's going to be you, that group and me, no one else. But if I choose to play with specific groups, let's say I would join Taygetans, I would join Pleiadians, I would join something or someone else, then now I'm in that group and I have to join the collective. Same as here on Earth. We have to agree to certain rules to be that collective. And all of a sudden, I end up putting myself in this very like prison, of a body, of a group, of this mindset we're going to have, of the goal we're going to have. And I can quit at any point in time, sure. But, like if I do something and the group goes against it, oh, Akvel is a bad guy, So for me, like, I've had enough of experiences where it just doesn't work for me. Like, in video games, depending on if I choose to, I can be the best team player. I love playing support. like whatever I can do to help, I'll do it 110%. But, when it comes to, okay, let's go deal with reptilians, let's go deal with the Federation of Light or some other groups and talk with them, I'm going to go solo. And, I can, of course, help people that are asking my help and all this stuff, but I really don't like being limited. So that's my perspective. Now, another thing to remember is that, again, from my perspective, I can be completely wrong in your eyes, and that's fine. It's all subjective for me, but this is a game. The whole 3D physical universe, it's a game. And people choose to come here, and they choose to play various games. Now, how you ended up on Earth is a different story. Where you got deceived to come here in the physical universe, and you were in a 4D, 5D, or whatever else dimension you were, there's infinite number of them. You come here, however you ended up. Soul trap, you were deceived, someone told you a story, you're this kind-hearted person that is like, oh, I'm gonna help out people here in the 3D, like I'm gonna be a teacher, I'm gonna be a healer, I'm gonna do something else, an engineer, and you're like, we have all these famous people, and what if you could be, I don't know, the Beatles, if no one knew about them, and you knew all their songs, and you know all their notes and how to play the music, and if you have all of their, knowledge and everything else, and no one else knew about them, but you do, you could bring that to the universe. And same thing with the physical universe here. Before coming here, you knew a lot. You could have brought so much, but after coming up here, a lot of things happened, and you got involved in the game somehow. And a lot of people end up here on Earth eventually. Whatever long journey you've had in the physical universe before coming here on Earth. And throughout all that, you've got amnesia. So you forgot your main purpose, why you got here in the first place, what are you doing here, what's your quest, your identity, who you are for real, how powerful you are, all that. And not everyone comes to Earth. Like, this physical universe is vast. And people that choose to play on a different level, that are aware and awake, it's their game. Same way we go and watch NBA games and ice hockey and football and soccer, and we play video games and we go, yeah, rooting for one team or some players or whoever. We watch movies, and a lot of it has to do with action and fighting and drama and something else. We like that kind of entertainment. So whatever your experience is here on Earth might not be all positive, but it's one out of many experiences. And it's pretty limiting, and it's pretty suppressed. And not everyone is playing on this level. A lot of people, okay, Taygetans, Pleiadians, Federation of Light, and you just keep on naming all these groups, they're playing on a higher level, like the physical universe, right? So their whole game is, hey, humanity, it's just a farm. All of it's just a produce, so how are we going to use it? We're like chickens to them. They're just going to slaughter us, use us, eat us up, whatever, it doesn't matter. For them, like, a lot of people here walk and step on ants all the time. You have to stop and look around like, oh my God, there's an ant, right? Like where I was going to step. And, we consume meat. So of course, when you're just cooking it, or let's say eating it, you might not really think about the animal that was slaughtered. And please, Akvila, don't remind us, but do you feel the guilt? Like, oh, damn, like an animal died so that I could eat. How much guilt do you feel? Or like, you're just like, damn, that's a really good chicken. I love my bacon. I have this stuff. If you don't feel the guiltness, that's fine. Because this is exactly how reptilians, the Federation of Light, and other beings feel out there. It's just a food source. It's just a tool. We're just playing a game on a bigger level. They have different concerns, if at all any, and we don't matter to them. We're just tools. We're just food. We're just produce. However they want to use us, that's fine. And so when we look at the whole different game out there, of course, there's hierarchy. And, who controls the physical universe? There's tons of different groups between the good guys and the bad guys. And there's, of course, like, let's say Galactic Federation of Light, then Dracos and reptilians and mantis and tortoise beings and procyons. Procyons are actually good, but like, I can't talk in generalities. Again, like, oh, fucked up. I feel like, come on. Not generalities. Not all humans are good and not all humans are bad. It's groups, it's individuals. And so, depends what we look at. But in this physical universe that we have out there, a lot of groups are playing the bigger game from their perspective. They have different wars, they have different concerns, they have different agendas, different plans. Somewhere in it all, somewhere in their massive game, there's helping out humanity. For some groups, maybe. For others, it's like suppressing humanity. It's probably in their plans. Same as we have gone to school, colleges or universities or work, it's somewhere in their list. Humanity is somehow involved. We're just one little step out in their long ass lives. And with that being looked at, to say like, oh, like Pleiadians or like Taygetans, they're playing under the regulations of Galactic Federation of Flight. Yeah, because they choose to. That's the game. Like if you choose to play soccer, you have to agree to certain rules. And if this group of individuals, consciousness, like, okay, I'm going to play the game from here, not from Earth, from this point of view, from this perspective, from this level. And when they're playing it from there, everything's different. Like, okay, if you want to change the world, you have to change yourself. And then you keep on going with changing yourself, changing some people, like inspire them, influencing them. So eventually, okay, you're going to become an influencer somehow. So where are you going to make, beauty videos, where you're going to make music or movies, or, you're just going to be on Instagram and doing stuff. Or you end up, like, hey, I'm going to be a police officer. I'm going to help people. I'm going to be the example. I'm going to be the firefighter, the medic, that I'm going to help people somehow. I'm going to join the politics and change the world. I'm going to be different. I'm going to bring some difference for sure. I'm going to be the president, whatever you're going to be. Whenever you step in, you're still playing under regulations of the system. You're involved. So you could say you're fishy. You're the bad guy here. Like, what the fuck? If you're trying to help me and you're the cop, why can't you change all the fucking cops in the world, motherfucker? Like, Jesus, what are you expecting? Just one fucking person. 5, 15, 20, if you're lucky. Taygetans, how many Taygetans are there? Right now, like, with the Swaru, they're trying to help Earth. I don't fucking know. Could go and check and log, but I don't want to bother. So, like, okay, we have a group of Taygetans. They're trying to help Earth. Story I've heard. Cool. How many are there? And it's the same as being some part of, like, okay, politicians with their own little, we're gonna, like 20 people in your whole parliament or, like Pentagon or whatever are voting for this thing for the people. While there's tons of corrupt people with their own agendas, and not necessarily corrupted, but with their own agendas, or actually playing with their own groups that they have been dealing with, Galactic Federation of Flight, reptilians, mantis, greys, doesn't matter. Everyone's playing a part of it. And somewhere in it all, cool, Taygetans. But how come we're forgetting the other players that we hear so much about? Like, oh, these wonderful starseeds, these wonderful aliens that we hear about, Pleiadians, Andromedans, Lyrans, oh, beautiful beings of light and love and help, and they're going to come and save us, or they're going to give us an inspiring message. Just before making this video, I was like, okay, Pleiadians, what's the recent channeling? And I turn on this lady, I don't know her name, it's just whatever. And she's channeling Pleiadians. And Pleiadians are like, your life needs to be about the highest good. Highest good of what? Whose? Like, they're talking in generalities. Great. Pleiadians, good guys, for some reason, like we hear about them, cool. Somehow helping Earth by saying, your life needs to be about the greatest and highest good. Okay, highest good of what? Because, like, Galactic Federation of Flight can be the highest good, and we need to make them prosper because they're all helping and serving humanity, or what? Like Asher Command, they're gonna come and save us. Highest good of Asher Command because they're gonna come and save us. And like, what the fuck, man? Okay, continue on. Like, like acceptance. We're like, yeah, whatever. But they're saying, like, allow what you want to push away the most. Like, learn from bad experiences. Like, bitch, please, if in my life I have narcissists and psychopaths that are abusing me, thank you for punching me in the face and breaking my heart and gaslighting me. I'm accepting everything you're doing, and I'm going to learn from this experience that I need to become more aware. Punch me again. Thank you. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, if I want to suffer and die, I wouldn't be here. Like, how easy is that? Learn from bad experiences? Like, great. I know, like, in life, bad things that happen, we can definitely learn from them. Like, great, I had a lot of abuse and other stuff that happened, so I'm going to learn, and this probably led me to where I am right now. But at the same time, your consciousness, your God, you can download that information, your true beingness, at any point in time when you just tune into that. And just like, okay, here's this like chemical bottle. If you drink this, you're going to be poisoned and probably lose your sight and you're going to die. But you should accept what you don't want to have and, learn from the bad experience. It has the fucking label for a reason. It tells you not to drink it. So what, am I going to accept that shit? Like, no. So for me, like, we focus on Taygetans. Like they're under the Federation of Light. Lyrans too, Pleiadians too, Andromedans too. They're playing this game too. It's a massive game. All of these groups involved. Like it's not like I want to bash them. It's not like like, oh, they're all bad guys and Aquila, because I'm playing solo, I should be more legit. Like fuck no. You can like slap me in the face if you want to. You can disagree with me all you want. That's fine. You can question every single thing I say. That's fine. But like. Like we're focusing on one group, calling them fishy, like I'm not standing there to protect them. I'm not standing them to like, oh, they're the good guys. Please like follow everything they say. Question everything. Question everything. Question me. Question Taygetans. Question Galactic Federation of Light, and make up your own fucking mind. Like pick out the details that fit your belief system. Empower yourself if you can. Don't be delusional, but like at least. As you're changing your belief system, as you're changing, how you think, your mindset, and you can change your mind at any point in time. You can be wrong. I can be wrong. Everyone can be wrong. Or more like, oh, look, I've learned a new thing. So what I was thinking previously is not working anymore. So I'm going to shift it. Great. It's a flexibility. Fuck yeah, man. Keep on doing that. But I don't know how to explain what I'm feeling at my best, but it's a massive game out there. And to blame one group or call them fishy while we're not looking at everything else that has been repetitively said, like all of these great beings teaching us these lessons and people doing the channeling, a lot has to do with, acceptance, waiting, learning. Like, okay, how long are we going to wait? Oh, you're not ready to receive that information yet. Okay, what needs to happen for me to be ready? Time needs to go and you need to be patient, learn patience and acceptance. Bitch, please, I don't have that long. I'll be lucky if I live 100 years and my fucking government doesn't kill me if I'm lucky, like there's a lot of things that can happen. Like people are at the place of their life where, even with the whole pandemic, the corona that backfired on some groups, a lot of people, with all the divide and conquer, with all the people having different opinions and, no matter which side they took, somehow they're finally uniting or waking up and like, hey, like I've made a decision and I'm not sure it's working anymore. And I can't like kind of like say a like public apology and like feel like an asshole or embarrass myself, but damn, like, something's not right here. Like it's okay to question yourself and all that. And I don't know. It's a massive game, but we forget that, like, we point fingers, let's say, at Taygetans, forgetting that there's tons of good guys. They're not doing shit. Or if they're doing shit, they're spreading the same kind of message, just like Taygetans. Like, great. Someone can channel them. Someone can talk to them. Someone can, let's say, like me, get out of body and learn something and bring it back here. Cool. And everyone wants that to happen faster. But what we have to remember is that before coming here on Earth, we've been in the same position. Maybe not the exact, let's say, Taygetan group, maybe not exactly under the regulations of the Galactic Federation of Light, and it's just like, let's say, just world politics, such as that. As here on Earth, we have politics, we have governments, we have all of these systems that like fit us in and like, okay, we're a society, we're gonna go by these rules. Same goes over there, nothing fucking changes. If you go to the fourth dimension, fifth dimension, doesn't change much. Really doesn't. They're going to have same games. They're going to have wars and their own politics and their own agreements. It's going to be a bit different, of course, different emotions, different feeling states and all this stuff, but you're going to have the same sort of experience. And of course, you can get out of duality, but that's what you have to look at. If you choose to play in the physical universe, you're playing in the duality, you're playing in the good, bad, right, wrong, and all the stuff. And oh boy, I don't know, like, I have so much to say on this topic, and I wish I did a better job explaining what I feel and what I want to, for you to understand or at least think about. So yeah, everyone is playing under specific rules, under specific regulations over there. And it's just up to you how you feel about it, how you're going to react to it. And eventually, it doesn't matter. They're not coming to save you. Not Taygetans, not Pleiadians, not Arcturians, not Andromedans. No one's coming to save you. Only you can do that. You are the savior of yourself. You can help common people if you want to. That will be great. But you have to do it yourself because you are freaking God. You're powerful. Your imagination, your visuals, that's your superpower. Use it. You know, like learning to play from a different perspective is great. You know, not focusing just on this physical body you have here. You have tons of bodies out there. You know, like you dream, you're going to tune into a body, you're going to have life there, your own story and everything else. Cool. You know, like, yeah, a body. But eventually you're the bigger being, you're God. And you have to remember that before coming here on Earth, you were a starseed. You were that freaking intelligent alien or a being of whatever you were doing. And everything you kind of want to learn and have and maybe get, you've been doing it all along. And coming here into this physical body, and it's like, yeah, you forgot a lot. And some of the ability, some of the knowledge, you don't have it yet, but you can always connect to it. You can always download it, so to speak. And to wait for help, save us. And, you know, you kind of sound fishy because you're playing under the certain regulations. Like, yeah, it's a game. It's always been a game. Here in this duality, in the physical universe, it's been a game all the time. So while you're judging the game without getting out of it and looking from a different perspective, you're in the game playing a part too. And you're fishy as fuck. Like, why can't you fucking learn that? You know, like, slap me in the face, you know, of course, like, if you don't like what I'm saying, that's fine. But like, for me, it's probably like easier to put it in a perspective because I play games. And I know, like, yeah, I can have a character in this specific story or this specific game. And the game goes like this: 3 groups, you know, let's say, whatever, where are your support, where are you going to be the carry, where are you going to be, you know, like ganker and helping other people, or whatever you're going to do, whether you're a warrior or a healer or just like carrying information, or just a person sitting on the bench clapping for everyone else, or just like, fuck everyone, fuck the greater highest good that some Pleiadians are channeling. I'm just going to take care of myself and get out of here. I don't want to be here. A lot of people look at Earth and like, why the fuck am I here? I hate this place. I don't want to be here. A lot of suffering. Yeah, because you don't belong here. You got forcefully incarnated. You were pushed here on Earth. You're not supposed to be here, but now you're here. You either get out or learn how to deal with it, learn as much as possible, get out and never come back. And that's possible. And like when I'm playing games, I know I can be a character in certain stories, in certain game times, but I know that the games are being programmed and created by certain beings. And if I look back, character in a certain game around me, that's this. But I can program the game by being conscious, by doing various techniques, tools all around you. Where you're using soul contract revocation, where you're working with entity removal, any kind of shadow work, manifestation, tarot cards, astrology, doesn't matter, tons of tools. It's all tools. Pick whatever fits you, whatever fits your game style, whatever fits your personality, your mindset, your thinking. Pick that. And again, someone creates it all. Someone comes up with the idea. And that's you. That's me. From a different perspective, not the physical body, the consciousness that I am everything. I am everything and nothing all at once. And I can come up with the idea, and I can start a new game, and I can start programming stuff and putting things together. And you can do that too. So once we stop pointing fingers at certain groups like Taygetans or Galactic Federation of Light or Dracos, Reptilians, and everything else, right now you're in the game. So learn as much as possible, get out, and come back being to a god. Create your own game. Choose your own rules if you want to, or no rules at all, but be the creator. You can at any time go inside the game, play the game you have created, or play someone else's game and become a character, the physical body. Play the story. But once you get out of the game, you can be the creator. So that's what I can say about this subject. And I know, hopefully it makes sense. And thank you for listening to my rant and me being a bit explosive and weird and crazy, but Yeah. See you next time. Bye-bye.